She was born in Houston, Texas, a young girl with a voice that would one day echo across the world. But behind the voice was something far greater: discipline, precision, and a vision that reached far beyond the stage. Beyonce Knowles didn't just want to sing. She wanted to own every note, every deal, every decision. As the world crowned her a superstar, she was quietly becoming something more: a mogul, a strategist, and the architect of a $500 million empire. From sold-out stadiums to boardroom negotiations, Beyonce built her legacy piece by piece, turning artistry into equity and fame into financial freedom. This is not just the story of a performer. It's the story of an empire, crafted by one of the most influential women on earth. This is Beyonce's $500 million empire. Queen Bey's business empire explored. The blueprint from Destiny's Child to Destiny's CEO. Before the empire came the grind. It was the late 90s. Pop music was dominated by boy bands, until 4 girls from Houston changed everything. Destiny's Child wasn't just a group, it was a launchpad. Beyonce didn't just sing, she studied the business. Her father, Matthew Knowles, managed the group, and from him, she learned how deals were made, contracts were negotiated, and brands were built. When the group split, many expected Beyonce to fade. Instead, she multiplied. Her debut solo album, Dangerously in Love, exploded. 5 Grammys, millions in sales, and a new standard for pop excellence. But here's the thing. Beyonce never saw herself as an artist for hire. She saw herself as an artist in control. While others signed deals, she started building leverage. Every hit, every tour, every moment was another brick in what would become her billion-dollar legacy. Music as a business, turning art into equity. Most artists make money from performances. Beyonce makes money from ownership. By the late 2000s, she'd renegotiated her contracts to secure full control of her music, publishing, and brand image. Her tours became stadium spectacles, grossing over $250 million each. Her surprise visual albums like Lemonade didn't just top charts, they redefined how albums were released. Instead of chasing the music industry, she rewrote it. When she dropped her 2013 self-titled album Without Warning, it broke iTunes records overnight. No promo, no interviews, just power. And here's the business genius behind it. By skipping traditional marketing, Beyonce owned every piece of the pie, keeping profits that would have gone to labels and advertisers. Her 2023 Renaissance World Tour, one of the highest grossing tours ever, over $579 million in ticket sales. And that's just the music side. Because while the world danced to her songs, Beyonce was quietly building businesses and laying the foundation for financial independence. Parkwood Entertainment, the powerhouse behind the throne. In 2010, Beyonce made a move that changed everything. She founded Parkwood Entertainment. What started as a production company became the engine behind her empire. Parkwood handles her albums, music videos, film projects, and branding deals, giving Beyonce total creative and financial control. When Netflix paid $60 million for her Homecoming documentary, the check didn't go to a label. It went straight to Parkwood. Through Parkwood, she's launched rising stars, produced major projects, and kept her creative circle small, efficient, and profitable. It's not just a company, it's a fortress. Every concert, every visual album, every deal goes through it. And every dollar? Filtered through Beyonce's vision. That's how you turn fame into infrastructure. Ivy Park, from stage outfits to sportswear empire. In 2016, Beyonce entered the world of fashion, and she didn't come to play. Her activewear brand, Ivy Park, launched in partnership with Topshop. But when controversy hit, Beyonce did something rare in celebrity fashion. She bought her partner out. She didn't just endorse Ivy Park, She owned it. Later, she teamed up with Adidas, taking Ivy Park global. Massive drops sold out in minutes. Celebrities wore it. Fans lined up for it. And Beyonce proved she could dominate both the charts and the clothing racks. Though the Adidas deal ended in 2023, it was more than a fashion partnership. It was a statement. Don't rent your name, own it. Even after Ivy Park's relaunch challenges, the brand remains a cornerstone of her empire, showing how Beyonce turns creativity into commerce. The power couple, building the Carter Conglomerate. Now let's talk about the empire within the empire, Beyonce and Jay-Z. Individually, they're legends. Together, they're a corporation. Their combined net worth? Over $2.5 billion. They've built an ecosystem of businesses that feed into each other. From Jay-Z's Rock Nation and streaming service Tidal to Beyonce's Parkwood and Ivy Park. When Beyonce released Lemonade, it premiered exclusively on Tidal, boosting the platform's value overnight. It wasn't just art, it was vertical integration. Every project promotes another asset they own. They've invested in Uber, Douce Cognac, Armand de Brignac Champagne, real estate across LA and New York, and tech startups shaping the future. It's not just love, it's legacy. The Carters don't just collaborate, they compound. The brand, control, image, and influence. For Beyonce, brand control is sacred. She doesn't do random interviews, she doesn't overshare online, she curates mystery, and that's intentional. Every photo, every caption, every appearance feels cinematic. Because Beyonce understands something most celebrities don't. Scarcity creates value. Her limited access makes every release, every performance feel like an event. And that exclusivity translates to money. Whether it's sold-out tours, brand deals, or global streaming spikes. She's worked with Pepsi, Tiffany & Co., L'Oreal, and countless others. But unlike most celebrities, Beyonce doesn't depend on brands. Brands depend on her. When she appeared in Tiffany's About Love campaign, wearing the legendary 128-carat yellow diamond, it wasn't just an ad, it was a cultural moment. Because when Beyonce moves, culture shifts. Investments, real estate, and generational wealth. While the world sees the glitz, Beyonce is quietly building generational wealth. She and Jay-Z own properties worth tens of millions, from an $88 million Bel Air mansion to a $26 million Hamptons estate. But what makes Beyonce's portfolio unique is diversification. She's invested in streaming tech, entertainment companies, and minority-owned startups, often with a focus on empowering Black creators and entrepreneurs. In 2020, she launched Baygood, a philanthropic initiative funding small businesses and scholarships, proving her empire isn't just built on money, but on impact. Even her business moves inspire change. The cultural economy, turning moments into movements. Every Beyonce project is more than entertainment. It's an event economy. Lemonade wasn't just an album, it was a cultural awakening. Homecoming wasn't just a concert film, it was a masterclass in Black excellence and discipline. Renaissance wasn't just music, it was an entire aesthetic movement. Each project spawns fashion trends, academic essays, TikTok challenges, and endless online discourse. And all of that feeds back into her brand value. Lessons from the Queen, the business of Beyonce. So what makes Beyonce's empire truly special? It's not just the money, it's the method. She's mastered 5 key rules. 1. Own your work. From her masters to her visuals, Beyonce fights for ownership at every stage. 2. Build infrastructure. Parkwood isn't a vanity label, it's a business ecosystem that keeps her independent. 3. Control the narrative. She lets her art speak louder than interviews ever could. 4. Diversify smartly. Fashion, film, music, real estate, each part supports the next. 5. Lead with purpose. The legacy beyond the numbers. $500 million, 32 Grammy Awards, decades of dominance. But Beyoncé's true power isn't in her net worth, it's in her influence. She changed how artists release music. She changed how women negotiate power. And she redefined what Black excellence looks like on the world stage. If you love exploring the business behind the spotlight and discovering how icons turn art into empires, make sure to hit subscribe and turn on notifications, because we're just getting started. Next up, we're breaking down how the world's biggest stars build their fortunes, one power move at a time. Until then, stay inspired, and remember, greatness isn't given, it's built.
Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button. Thanks for watching.